Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
They really don't have a bumper. They warned us. I still was not prepared.
Straight in there.
Yeah.
We're getting ready before the grand finals, and we're going to do... Jason, what are we doing?
The Gymnasiemästerskapet.
That's unbelievable. I heard Swedish people laughing in the background.
Laugh. Yeah, that's good. At least they're not upset at me.
No, that was very good. I'm actually kind of impressed that you managed to do that. Yeah, it's going to be the Swedish High School Championships, if you want to be kind about it. Which I think is a really fun idea. I like the idea of people getting involved at a school level and for people to start to sort of recognize this. And I actually didn't even know that this was such a thing in Sweden at all. I know there's a lot of this stuff going on in Denmark, so I'm excited to see this. And it's going to be a best of three, so we're going to go through all of this, and it's going to obviously be a real test for these kids.
When I was looking into the little packet they sent us, this whole league has there's like a CS:GO team, there's like a League of Legends team, there's like a Rocket League team. Yeah. They've actually pulled this off better than the CGS did back in the day. They're actually making it functional when a multi-million-dollar American television company couldn't do such a thing. So fair play to Sweden.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, you like that? I've been doing my research.
I think that's good. I like the dedication. And apparently on this team we have twin brothers that are, but they're on opposite sides. So we've got some sort of real battle going on.
Yeah, the leader of NTI and one of the players on Poly, Ek and S1. They are both they're twins competing against each other.
Are they both captaining the teams as well?
I don't know. I don't have that information.
I want to say that they probably are. I think that was part of the gig here. So that would be even more fun, wouldn't it? I'm curious about this because I think, I think especially in our position, a lot of the time we end up traveling around, we're watching a lot of the same teams, a lot of the time it's kind of hard to get a chance to catch any players that are outside of the top, 50 or whatever. But obviously there's so many people playing the game that it can be a lot of fun to sometimes get to see what's happening at this level, and maybe some of these kids will see them again later on. Well,
especially considering the story of Plopsky throughout this event here at DreamHack Masters, here at 2016, rooting on NIP, now playing on the stage. You never know if one of these guys is going to be, one of the next people that is brought into the NIP lineup or the Fnatic lineup, or maybe just some future Finnish team, or sorry about that, Swedish team that is looking for a roster.
Yeah, that's very true, and that's one of the things that could be really cool. We need more storylines like that. Actually, one of the things that I think we generally maybe don't do a good enough job of. I think the other thing that does a good job of it though is DreamHack Open Circuit, obviously, where we actually do get a chance from sort of teams that are outside of the top 10 sometimes, or sometimes inside of it, but they get a chance to play and get a chance to try their hand at it, and I think that's super important. Now that is a name that we can pronounce, Nacho. Thank you, Frank. We appreciate that. Not all the rest of them are going to be like this.
We're going to have to sit them all down. We'll have like a alias 101 and just like some of these are unacceptable. Some of these would get you a failing grade in the class, but Nacho certainly would be an A+.
Ecke is, I'm guessing, just a Swedish nickname for Eric. So I think that's going to be...
that's all right.
That's going to work out. We can do that. But yeah, you're right. There should be like maybe this is something we could put the Despa. That's
most of these guys are doing great. Most of these guys are just fine.
I'm just warning you, won't stay that way.
Okay, there's one name. There's a doozy out there.
This is it's going to be wild. Don't worry about it. I think we're going to be maybe this is one of them.
My Terran.
That's all right.
We can handle.
Okay, we're doing good so far. But this is something that I want. Maybe we can get Scott and the CSPPA on this to have like a vetting process where, current pros that aren't SIP can vote on it and say, that's a reasonable nickname.
Yeah, it should be approved by a whole council.
Yeah.
An easy to pronounce nickname.
You won't regret this later. It's like a sponsor can work with this, a commentator can say the name, all those things,
Yeah, I like that. It's about time that we had our input heard in terms of what aliases other people use.
I think that's a right and a power for us to hold, surely.
Well, Inferno is going to be the first map, so starting out on a classic in this best of 3, which should be exciting. I mean, it should be a pretty standard map for both of these teams. I think this is pretty interesting. This is a little bit of a grudge match here. Team Poly, they were, I'm just going to call them Poly. I'm going to use the short name.
Yeah.
If that's okay with you.
They
were eliminated last year in the same competition by NTI in the semifinals.
Oh, so they're back for revenge.
Yeah, back for blood.
I like the sound of that. I like the fact that we're playing Inferno as well. You've got to assume that they're going to be well-versed on that regardless, such a sort of mainstream.
Is that OJ? OJ? Is it like the whole Swedish J system going on?
Let's call him OJ.
OJ? Yeah. I'm sure he'll love that one. I've gone into his American history, and he sees that's not a name you want to be called.
Listen, I don't know what else to do with that. I'm having a hard time. Well, TACK as well over there. Creeps, S1, Logan, TVS. It's all right. It's not as bad as I remembered. I was making it up to be much worse.
You did make this sound this morning very intimidating for me. Well, look how passive Paulie is. All the way back. This is going to be a late pop flash towards top banana, it seems, and just a bum rush up towards the car. And that starts off very poorly. Nice headshot from TVS. Going to fall back towards the connector, but Paulie is not stopping.
Well, TVS in a pretty good position. Nice headshot to take down Ecker, and that drops the bomb. They definitely know it's coming, and OJ back here, he's having himself a grand old time. A little bit of a return, he just needs to stay safe. The backup is there, so the longer he can live, and he'll finally get run down, but MEDIER 1 versus 2. He's gonna fake out the bomb one time. It's not a bad idea. Actually, there's a minute. This is a bold play. He's trying to just fake them in, and they're running for him, though. The fact that he gets sort of caught in the corner is a bit of a shame, but I actually kind of like the idea. That could have been a lot of fun.
I do too. Even if he ends up losing this round, he's going to get a plant. And even just the flashbang there, the one last peek and shot fired actually keeps NTI in that position. So this is going to go really well. At least he's going to get the plant. We'll see what kind of a position he can get himself into. He can actually push all the way to library if he wants. That would put him out of place to defend against the bomb. But he's got a chance to cut this down to a one-on-one and get away safely.
Oh, he wants to play up on those apps, and he just wants to be jiggle peeking against the USPs. It's not a bad idea at all. They don't have any smoke or anything. They don't have a kit currently picked up, so they need to find him very fast. He has 10 seconds on this defuse. That's the one. He's going to go look for it, and now they know. That's a nice shot from Creeps, though. And they managed to take care of it, although even if you're going through this defuse, you're going to be hearing that they did not have a lot of time to find him. Like, they had to do that pretty quickly.
He had his chance to win it as well. You got to give him fair play. That's actually a really well played 1 versus 2, and he had that shot right at the end to take out the first player on the defuse. Just missed the shot. 1-0 for NTI. A nice pistol round. 2 of those players, who was it? I actually don't have my thing connected. OJ, as we're going to apparently call him.
I think OJ makes sense. I think you're right on that. Yeah, he was doing a fine job in the back there. Even not overly challenging. It's a common mistake, right, at an early level that you especially you get 2 kills, right? You want to keep fighting. You think this is great, but he tried his best to stay hidden back there. So that's pretty good. There's no real investment in this round for Paulie. They're going to be happy to just go onto the pistols and not do much else. Better assume that that some of the basics are going to be in play. I mean, I'm assuming a lot of the grenades that people normally know and associate from, let's say, Banana are probably going to be repeatable at this level without much issue. So
yeah, the standard ones, except for apparently the smoke and the choke point, not picked up by Paulie, so they're going to get mowed down. And TVS, a double kill for him inside the bomb site. Well done. Creeps helping him out as well. And Eki, economic damage is the name of the game, if he can get any of these kills, but S1, ooh, that's a great headshot. What a hold of the line and almost a chance. You could see him assuming someone was going to swing wide.
That's his twin brother? He just...
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
All right, just wrecks him. That's got to make you feel good. I spent some time on a team with my brother when I was younger, and then we split up, and I had to play against him in a couple tournaments as well. And it does feel very good to kill your brother in the game.
Yeah?
Yeah, it does put a smile on your face.
Well, how is he? And he's like a very forgiving older brother that's like, you know, going to give you like an easy time if...
No, he was a junior Olympic black belt Taekwondo champion. So I might win in the game at times, but I always lost outside of it.
Oh man, that's for an older brother, that's hard, isn't it? Like, yeah, that's hard to deal with. TACK goes very low early on, that AWP and TVS. I even like the shot for the wall. That looked like it was seconds away from connecting, and surely that would have been devastating. Low on health early on with the AK-47. See how you can find a way to make yourself relevant, which is kind of tricky on the T side after you've dropped that low. They're clearing out apartments. They've got control of top banana, so far for Paulie, I'm kind of liking this. Oh, retaking top banana for S1. That is, again, those are strategies that everybody can run. It's such a good call.
Yeah, and Paulie just gets caught. I mean, a couple players just being a little bit slow at the top banana. That's one of the problems with spreading out across the map. You're just kind of stuck there in that pop flash zone for so long without any chance to move forward or backwards. So they're all going to come back towards banana, leaving Nacho in mid for some kind of a lurk once it takes some attention away, but they have to have success here, and that smoke plumes at the perfect time. TVS got to back away. Nade comes in. Nice shot from Voltic. That should be the opening into the B bomb site.
Yeah, that's so well done, especially being low on health, but that lineup, though, the bomb dropping with 20 seconds, and TVS has been waiting it the whole time, and that smoke's going to fade very soon. He tries to take the shot through once, twice, not going to connect, and he had the chance, definitely, but they're still in a 2-on-3, so even if he fails that one, they still have a pretty good lead here. Despa going to be taking down TVS finally. A flashbang going over, and Logan coming in from the other side. He's low already, and so is Voltic from earlier, and he's going to be going down. That's a good retake, and a nice triple here from Logan. A little bit scary there. If that AWP connects through the coffins, I think that's a round done.
Well, also, I mean, if they don't have there's a gap in that smoke towards CT spawn. If that gap isn't there, then all of a sudden that spray down through the smoke. I think they got 2 kills through that in the cross of even trying to get into the bomb site. So Paulie, small mistake that ends up hurting them pretty big, and they're going to rebuy into it. 5 AK-47s. They've done a pretty decent job of keeping the money low, so they're not out of it just yet. If they could cause a reset here, that'd be phenomenal.
A lot of grenade damage. A little bit in the middle, that wasn't so bad. And it looks like they really just want to try and speed it up against the AWP. And you can do that sometimes, but TVS is having all the luck in the world here. That's a big double for him to try and defend the bomb site, but they still trade evenly, and they're going to get a very quick bomb plant this time. And that seems like a really good call out of Paulie here. They had the right idea. And now one good fight here, and they should be winning the round.
Utility's the name of the game, and that's a big fight for Creeps to win. Okay, can't do it. Smoke out towards banana. Nice peek from myTerran. This is actually a huge position for him to hold. 2 smokes aren't going to matter. A little bit blind, but he connects anyways. A nice sequence, and this 1-on-2 should be near impossible for OJ, even though he knows where the position is.
He's got the lead on it. It doesn't even matter. Despa taking him down with a bit of a flank, and Paulie winning in the first round here, picking it up against NTI. That was that's a very bold call to be making that kind of rush, and I don't know if they hadn't got that M4 player over the B bomb side early on, I think that would have gone horribly wrong, but they powered their way through.
I mean, TVS almost even brought it back. Some fine hopping inside the site, but not to be. And now look at, yeah, this is the money situation that Paulie put him in. Nice pick from Creeps. That's the only rifle available on the defense. They must have that deliver some more kills.
And now they're going to think they can maybe hunt him down here. OJ with a deagle. At the corner, getting the kill on the bomb, and he couldn't follow up with a headshot. I mean, that would have been the ultimate play. Now, Creeps is alone inside of the A bomb side with an AWP, and it's even maybe a little bit good that they're starting to fall back, because one thing is if you lose the round here if you're NTI, but you really don't want to lose that AWP. That would certainly be, I don't know, a little bit of a blow. It's an interesting scenario here as well, just with pistols, armor, and the AWP.
If I'm NTI, I really want to get someone into pit, whether it's Creeps, whether it's one of those deagles. It's such a strong position, and this feels very tenuous. There's going to be a fake thrown over towards this B bomb, so you have to imagine Eke is going to do some kind of presence. He has 1 flashbang, 1 decoy, but actually, I take that back. There's the flashbang. Creeps looks away for just a second. It's worked perfectly. Just a single flashbang, and it pulls his attention away, and the A bomb site is lost. And now Despa with the AWP and pit should be able to hold on to this with no problems.
Yeah, that all falling away, definitely very frustrating. And yeah, I mean, without the kits or everything here, I mean, normally we'd say, yeah, now is probably the time to save what you've got, try and see if you can do something in the next round, because you're not going to get much out of these Eagles for a retake. You definitely see how much the communication matters in a game like this, because that 1 grenade or whatever it was that gets thrown into the B bomb site, when he's playing A on that, or Creeps is playing A on with the AWP, surely he should just be focused on that until somebody tells him otherwise, right? And I think it's a very common problem is that somebody, ooh, nicely done. They steal the AWP back.
And that's an experience thing, right? That's one of those are the mistakes you expect to see. 1 flashbang cannot turn your attention away from that A bomb site. He needs to just stay focused up on the hull. So just a small mistake, but
like a question would be, you know, if you're the guy playing B, what do you actually call? If you call, you know, you know, they're flashing B, that could very easily sound like, oh, they're coming B. You know, like it could be, or if you even call it out if it's just a grenade, or like how much information do you give, or do you just say stay A, I've got this covered? Like all those things, like the precision of that call is so important.
Yeah, you never know, because I have one flashbang. Yeah, could have made the B defender nervous. He might have been saying, yeah, they're going to commit to this bomb site, and that's what turns his attention. So. I
have a special hatred for people who say they're coming B or they're coming
without
A.
actually seeing anyone.
Who are they? Like, how many people? I need to know. Do they have the bomb? I need specifics. They doesn't really work for me.
So you're a diva inside of the game as well as outside the game.
Maybe even more so inside. I get real upset, and it's usually never my fault as well. I've noticed.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's kind of hard for me to live with, actually. TVS again at it with the AWP. He seems to be a real resource right now for them. Seems to be doing a good job. That's always such a strength if you can just have one player with that AWP that's firing well.
Well, they moved it away from the B bomb site, and now certainly S1 is calling that they are coming B. Wall of smokes in the front of the bomb site. OJ is back. TVS is back, and the AWP again through the smoke, I believe, or maybe no, he came right through it. But bomb site is lost. There's still a player inside, S1 with that pistol. He's been lurking, and he's not able to get anything done. A nice attempt, a nice follow-up as well from Paulie.
Here with the other, ooh, they needed that. That was the AK that was also stolen last round. And for everything that he's tried here, TVS, it just doesn't seem like it. Oh, he's actually got the right idea, and that bomb plant is only just going down now. I think they would have had a long time already where they could have put the bomb down, but they had to sort of fight and you know, defend, and there was that lurk inside of the smoke with the pistol, so a little bit strange. Smoke to block off one side, but a great spray down from Voltique. That's a triple overall in the round, taking away everything. And some good high fives coming out. That's a really good job on him. I will say this, I believe TVS was the top performing player in this tournament in 18. So maybe we shouldn't be so surprised. Maybe he could be one of those players that we're talking about, you know.
Years.
Not just getting education, but also maybe...
Yeah, Nips always struggled to find an AWPer, maybe.
There it is.
There it is.
Pick him, like if you pick him up early on, teach him everything that he needs to know, that would be good. I would appreciate that.
Well, things have slowed down for Paulie. They've been pretty aggressive. We've seen them rush B. We've seen them rush up mid, pop flash themselves through smoke. They're not afraid of a good fight and not show. And OJ sees the shoulder, and OJ realizes no advantage in that fight for him.
Yeah, definitely not worth it when you've been trying to take a little bit of a peek, but already been red. Smoke goes out towards the archway side, and flashbang to take top mid. All these little details you just like to see. It's good little, you know, basic work to try and make sure things stay safe. But now look at NTI though. Looks like they actually want to retake Banana a little bit. Actually, at least just looking for it. I thought they'd kept pushing. That would have been fun to see. AK would have been down there. They have no grenades left on NTI's side. And we don't like to see that.
No, they do have some counter flashes, but they would love a Molotov, some kind of a smoke, just to slow down this hit, maybe cause it to be disjointed. This crossfire's got to be effective. S1 and TVS at this bomb site. S1's going to be smoked off. Here comes the first counter flash. TVS still has one as well, but holding it in his hands. They line up for him, but the spray down doesn't work. But through the smoke, S1 grabs two. Good hold and a delayed boost. But actually, they missed the jump. No, the AWP picked him off. Logan's going to come through, and he wants to stop the plant, and he's going to get it done. Traded immediately, but it's brought into a one-on-one.
Now, he can either fake this or go straight for it. If he fakes it, he might just lose the round because he's going to run out of time, and he's going to go for it. If he fakes it and OJ's right on the other side, then he probably wins the round. So that's a very hard call to make right there. Almost a little bit of a coin flip, and he's got his back turned. OJ will take him down. It's a very, very close round where it looked like they had the advantage there on the T side, but it sort of slapped away.
I love the fact that the AWP destroyed that late boost. That's funny to me. He goes to jump up, and then his teammate's just gone. He's like, oh, all right, well, that's...
I'm not boosting anyone anymore.
Yeah, I guess that boost isn't happening.
So a little bit of back and forth here early on in the game. I would say right now, the CT side is going to be suffering from just the lack of economy continuously, right? That's going to be a problem that returns to them a lot, it feels like. It's 4-3, and that's good news. But they've spent every single dollar they have, more or less, in this round. And oh, actually, Pauli don't have enough either.
Yeah, I was going to say at least they get a bit of a reprieve. It's mostly pistols they're going up against, but 3 players towards Banana. This is going to be another contact play up mid. There's the pop flash. Creeps completely blinded. Oh, that's a shot and a half.
That's well done. Creeps had a scout now. OJ can still do it. Oh, he needed. Oh, no, that's the bomb. You hate to see that.
You really do hate to see this. This is going to give them time to recover. Eke's actually jumped into the flames to try and get that bomb, and he's the last one left, and that is unfortunate that they're not able to capitalize on the opening kill.
You know what? In terms of education, right? That's a lesson that's a hard lesson to learn right there, but
yeah, you're going to learn a lot with that one.
You remember it for a long time, don't you? You think, oh man, that time that we actually had the bomb side and we just had one player to kill, but he took the bomb and threw a Molotov on top of it. That's hard to deal with. 5-3. And now, I mean, that does help out some with the economy there on the NTI side.
Yeah, they're able to build up a lot of money. The ult back in TVS's hands, which we've seen have great impact in terms of opening kills. And he's looking for another one.
Jay getting caught at that corner by Nacho. It's still taking a lot of damage up there, but
Nacho's he's gonna get a second one as well. He's had some tough times in those halls, and look at Despot. Now he wants to take point into this bomb site. He's not able to win the fight, but I don't even mind the fact that he went to take that. Good returns from NTI and S1, assuming things are clear, assuming there'd be no issues, but he funneled them towards TVS at the B bomb site with this AWP, likely to get smoked off, but there's the peek ahead of time. TVS goes for the timing, follows it up with another peek, and he's gonna go down. Nice turn to the corner by Voltic, a 1 versus 2, but Creeps is far, far away.
He is very far away, not really sure whether or not he could rotate in time, I suppose. Bit of a weird smoke. That smoke, by the way, was thrown from outside from Banana. I actually thought they were going to smoke CT spawn as well, but maybe they meant to and just kind of misaligned it. Either way, Creeps, this is where the nerves are really going to start to kick in shortly. He's running out of time very rapidly, so sort of almost needs a kill and a quick smoke defuse. Spots out a player, but yeah, time is simply going to be up here. We'll get the shot on Voltique, but my Terran will be there, and that's going to be a quick close. So they survive the AWP of TVS this round and make it through, and I think in terms of the economy, that's going to be huge. I like they're all in good spirits, though.
Yeah, they're all having a good laugh. Everyone's smiling.
I think we're going to see more and more investment into, I mean, maybe the sort of the school space in the future, but also I think just the sort of, you know, younger level of play that's going to be coming up. I think that's going to be well worth it.
Yeah, oh, that's a big nade stack. Double kill with the nades for Creeps. Voltic is forced away, but the rifles can still recover this. Despa, this is always a difficult angle. It's always a very nerve-wracking angle to pop up from. You never know what's on the other side, but the action has calmed down. Smoke is going to isolate Creeps, and as long as they can take him out, coordinate this peek from Voltic, and no, he's got one more, and now he knows what's coming next, but he looks away at the wrong moment. Too many angles to worry about, but they do have a man advantage.
They're headed towards OJ, and he's got just a pistol and really not much else. It is a P250, so he could do a lot of work with it back here, and Despa has a Molotov. I wonder if he's going to try and throw it in any reasonable direction. He's going to throw it to the back. That's just as good. I mean, it's just about clearing out corners, really. Running up close, and they'll take him down, no problem. So
TVS has the AK-47, though, on the flank. He's going to start peeking into this bomb site. He's going to get a freebie there. Nacho not expecting it whatsoever, and they should know where he is. Definitely know now. Despa all left alone, and TVS has a Molotov. He's put it out just now. Going to force Despa into the open. Another good win. Double kill for TVS on the retake, and a 6th round for the defense.
Yeah, that was really well done. They definitely lost track of it, right? Like where that last player could have been coming from. And information in these 2v2s is just everything, right?
Yeah, knowing is half the battle, as the G.I. Joe's always said.
Well, it's certainly true in Counter-Strike. You know, one of the projects that's going on in Stockholm, I believe, Poddy is running something called, I think, Arena Academy.
He's gone the other way, too. He's got the silver snipers under his belt. Yeah. Which is like a, an elderly Counter-Strike team.
Yeah, so he's doing both directions, I guess. But I think they're also teaching kids how to do that. So that's really interesting. I think those kind of projects are going to be sort of continuously more and more interesting and more worth following. That's a good Molotov. That'll slow everyone right down.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's throwing that Molotov, he knows the amount of pressure, and the reinforcement's not really there quite yet. Creeps is just taking up a new angle, but if he misses this shot, there's still a chance OJ could get completely swarmed. One flashbang on the Pauli side, and now a second rifle into the bomb site. They have shored up the defense very quickly.
Yeah, Despa, I mean, I guess he's just going to be banking off the chimney, which is generally a flashbang that's, I mean, it could do something to people in the pit, but if they're on the balcony, not so much. And yeah, they actually threw it out just as one came in, so they don't even really get the benefit of it. No, Jay, he's going to get all of the reward here. Good triple for him in the round. That's, I mean, that's how it should be, but when you're that close, you can't get run down. 7-4 in favor of NTI, leading into round number 12. So far, I mean, I guess TVS is still the guy carrying most of it here. But he's not doing it alone, at least. I think OJ's... Oh, actually, OJ and Creeps both.
Yeah, he's got a decent amount of supporting cast. That must be... that makes things much easier. All peeking down in towards mid. My Terran takes a heavy tag on a 22 HP, and Voltic burning. Smoke finally puts it out, but that is a lot of damage for Pauli to take early on in this round, and the follow-up spray from TVS. That's one of the high HP players. Looking very good. A nice start in the round. A good utility usage from the defensive side.
That kind of a fight down the middle, Orb versus Orb, or Orb versus AK on Inferno, I feel like that's something we don't see a lot at the professional level anymore. It's like that because it's just such a coin toss, right? That people have shied away from it a little bit. Creeps taking care of Voltic in this round, and just with the fights they've been winning already, it's looking very good for them. And Lao, I mean, their economy was shaky earlier. Now it's going to be fantastic.
I was going to say, this is like the round that really secures them pretty much for the rest of the half. They shouldn't have a whole lot of issues going on in the last 3 rounds that we'll be playing. So fair play. They've recovered quite nicely as long as all 5 players survive. And Despa just chilling, hoping for a mistake.
1 versus 5. Yeah, I don't know what you do at this point. With the time that's left, and I mean, they are a little bit spread out, but he's going to find one early kill. Actually, the follow-up as well. He didn't even really have the gun out for it. That's beautiful, but 20 seconds, he can't really clear much of anything. He's going to go straight for the plant, and there's someone in pit already running him down, though, low on health, and he could have got that spray. That would have been really something, but still, nice attempt. You like to see that kind of firepower coming out, but still, an 8th round for NTI. Nearing the end of the half now.
That was really nice. If he had gotten actually that 3rd kill, that player in pit who was just so low, that would have been a thing of beauty. This was weird. It didn't even look like a little bit of movement recoil maybe helping him out right to the head.
Yeah.
And a tactical going to come out for Pauli as they sit in a few rounds behind and want to talk things over.
Well, now's the time for it.
Do you think they have like a esports teacher?
Well, that's right. I mean, so this is obviously a huge sort of side interest of mine.
Okay.
But yeah, my guess would be they probably do. But I think this is one of those things where, as far as I can tell, the culture right now, very much in Denmark, but also sort of in the rest of the world, is that, you know, to be like a legitimate esports teacher, you almost have to be like a former pro or semi-pro or something. Like you have to, and I think that can't be happening in the future. Like we need to get past that somehow. You know, your basketball teacher doesn't necessarily have to be able to actually be better at basketball than the kids that are playing, right? That doesn't make any sense. Like maybe maybe they just have a good understanding of physical training or of the game, and like, you know, like it can't be the case that everyone has to be, because then there won't be enough of them, you know. And I think that's true for any game, but I think in a game like Counter-Strike, that's like, just because this whole concept is so young, it's something that's happening too much, and yeah, maybe in the future there's a way around that. That's all I'll say, Jason. Okay, I see. You're just kind of posturing to get yourself a job in the future. Yeah. S1 is going to be under a lot of pressure with this AWP. Even though it's just P250s, he's missed all the shots. They got way too close, and now TVS there to recover. Yeah, there's an op in the back, but certainly that's not going to be effective enough for Pauli to return this. But a pretty decent success. They'd love to have the plant, but the 1 kill, getting into the bomb site, has got to make him feel good out of that timeout. And you imagine the timeout was really for this upcoming gun round. Yeah, almost certainly was. TVS again, really having himself a pretty good game. Stealing the Krieg as well, 9-4. And this is, it'll be interesting to see what they do. They have 2 orbs now on the Polish side, so maybe they can snipe away. It is not the first time that we've seen double orb on T side Inferno, but if you're not going to be getting many fights, if they're not going to be allowing you to get many aim battles, it can get real strange. Then you have to almost lead with the orbs, sort of creep around the corner and just hope that you get a chance to fight someone. I would say not the highest percentage play.
No, not a great, well, at least not in professional Counter-Strike, right? I think things change down at this level, which would be an interesting thing to observe. Double ops on the T side. Ooh. And OJ with the flash sees absolutely nothing in the holes. This is much more calculated from Paulie. Still going to lose that first player. The double up on the CT side coming out on top, and Creeps waiting for this peek from Despa. He knows it's coming at some point.
Now the flashbang will be leading it, so I mean that actually is a nice setup. In a different world, they probably do get him flashed and Despa can run him down. Now instead they're running a lot of time off the clock. 35 seconds.
They have a bunch of utility. I mean, they have, what, 3 smokes, they've got 2 Molotovs, HE grenades, and back to the B-bomb site, back to Banana, and it's going to be a set piece towards this side of the map. Here comes that first smoke. Not lined up for the Molotovs to add it in, though. That might be one thing they're missing. And another pick from the AWPs of NTI.
Yeah, running into 2 orbs themselves. That's really going to be a desperate situation. Eke goes down, and MyTerran doing his best with 10 seconds left. I mean, the bomb plant can't even really get it. He's trying. Oh, he's going to get the kill somehow on S1, and he's still going to go down after the plant here. We're actually not even getting the plant. Logan will take him down, but that was pretty impressive. With a couple of more seconds, that could have been interesting.
I actually think the idea is there. Even having, remember, they had the lurker up mid to like kind of backstab on Rap side to stop the rotators from coming over, grab that 1 free kill. So I think the tactics are there for Paulie. I think one thing they're missing is, you know, they've been picked off a few times with the AWP. I think they need to do better when they start these rounds to prevent that from happening. And obviously, just a couple opening kills to go their way towards that B bomb site, and the lurker becomes much more powerful.
Well, here we are in round number 15, and Logan feeling good about that fight. But if you're looking at the percentages, you probably say no reason to keep doing that. You know, once you also because every shot they get closer to second mid, they can throw flashbangs, grenades. Very risky. Despa, oh, I can't believe the timing. Neither can OJ. I mean, he was just setting up for a grenade there, which he'd done in the past. Nice flick from Logan. You love to see those kind of plays coming out. They'll still get up a run on the bomb side, and it looks like maybe Paulie could have a strong finish here.
Well, Molotov into the site, gonna force MyTerran into the open. S1 frustrated, that's not a headshot, commits to the fight. And I actually don't know how he hasn't gotten that kill. You got a feel for the guy. Finally, he does get it with half HP. And Eke needs to just be careful. I know it's his brother, but just stay in the corner, play it passively. He's found 1 pick, and he knows where the last player is, but S1 takes him out. Good trade at the end. Voltic to finish things off in a 10-5 half.
Well, all right then. Still a pretty powerful start here for the CT side. So comeback, I think, is going to be kind of tricky for Paulie. We'll see if they can manage. Plus, I think
Paulie.
I don't know. I think Paulie works fine.
Okay.
What was that show with Michael J. Fox when he was like the
Teen Wolf?
No, I'm thinking about the one where he's like the secretary to the mayor. Why am I blanking on this?
I can't help you with this one.
Oh man. Well, listen, we'll get that somehow. That's what the name Paulie reminds me of.
Okay.
Anyway, the second half is going to be, I think, you know, a little bit of a struggle. I kind of expect these teams to be playing better on T side than I do on CT side. Just even though they've been playing together throughout the season, I still think it's just usually easier to make a call on T side than it is on CT side.
At the lower levels as well. And certainly, if you get a little bit stuck, an adaptation is much easier to just say 5 people in one place. Let's just overrun the defense with numbers. We'll see though. NTI starting with 2 players with utility, smoke, 2 flashes, and an HE grenade. And it looks like they're going to go towards the B bomb site on their pistol round as well. That is not a bad nade. They would have liked for a little bit more damage, but Nacho is not getting away from that one.
Well, Teak is feeling very lonesome for backup. T2000 just trying to hide behind the fountain, but there's no coverage. This is a knockout blow towards the B-bomb site. And they were definitely not ready for it. Long-range battle. And my Terran actually does get TVS. That's definitely something. But it's a very, very fast bomb plant. NTI kind of looking for a knockout punch here early on in the second half. And I don't know, if they win the pistol round, it's going to be an even more tricky comeback. Oh, the flashbang late here for OJ. That, if no one peeks behind it, actually, I think that would have been a lot of fun. It does obviously slow them down a little bit. And yeah, now they get crossfired, and Logan will finish the round. Still, good round from NTI. Very good round for NTI. Did you have a good time in high school, Jason? I feel like we need to know that.
I did, but I played video games all through high school. That was at my Counter-Strike peak.
Oh.
So to speak, so, you know.
Just 1.6, having a grand old time.
Yeah, all my teachers called me Moses. All my friends called me Moses.
That's making a name for yourself.
Yeah, we had, you know, articles in the school newspaper, all the good stuff.
Local high school hero,
and,
Jason Moses.
As you can tell from these descriptions, I was not the cool kid in class.
Yeah, you were a little bit early, weren't you? Now it would be cool, right? Now everyone would be like...
Listen, if I had that kind of level... Ooh, dualies. I like this from TVS. I don't like any of that, actually. I take it all back. Don't even say it. I can see you looking at me. Molotov to stop the pressure from Banana. The bomb is going to make its way. It's going to hustle. So at least TVS had the information. That's what the dualies provided, was the intel that's needed to win this round.
Yeah. Somehow they provided more intel because they were too... It's fine. Not much of a chance for any retakes here. Bit slow with the bomb plant, but I guess they're not really feeling the pressure. Oh, and Logan is really...
We saw that from the other POV, and that was very aggressive. Jump shot.
He's got the sprays down as well.
He's got the graffitis, the old school style.
I really like it.
We haven't seen any teabagging in these high school games. Do you think they have a sportsmanship rule?
I doubt they have that. I think that maybe they're just really well-mannered.
Okay.
Just nice kids.
Swedes tend to be like that, I feel.
Yeah, that could be true, although I think we've seen a little bit of flexing out of them recently. I'm pretty sure between Nip and Fnatic there was some
yeah, but
teabagging going on.
Fnatic is like the final form of Swedish Counter-Strike players. You're not going to get many people like Flusha and JW and Crims.
Well, not now, but in the future, one can hope, right? I did enjoy that. Did you see that winning clip that was posted off
JW and Crims jumping up into each other's arms? Yeah.
That was cool. Like I thought that was very exciting.
And that kind of success has been a long time coming for those guys, so fair play. Celebrate all you want. Big round for Pauli, or Pauli, however you want to pronounce it. And, ooh, this is actually NTI. They're running right into the flames, but Gun's not out, and thankfully Voltic's there to pick up the pieces. Ooh. That is a nice spray down, and NTI runs right into the Molotov.
Yeah, that is not going to work out well. And the bomb is stuck on the other side. I don't even care if Pauli don't want to stay and defend that, because it's kind of an awkward position to try and defend the bomb at. Like, you're not going to call all 5 people over to try and stand on top of that, so... yeah, just leave it alone for now. And this 5 versus 3 should be playing itself out in their favor. And again, this is down to them making mistakes, but really much. Which at this level you can see, right? People can get too confident in a round win like this. We've all been there.
All been there. Problem is, there's not really the weaponry or the HP on the side of NTI to take advantage of any of those. Scout and creeps, 1 UMP.
Do you have a way to stop your friends or your teammates from throwing away rounds like these? Like a thing you can tell them, like... I try and use reverse psychology. I try and tell people, if we can all fight him one at a time, like try and just fight him one at a time, guys, then people are sort of like, that's how I do it. Sarcastically, you know. It
depends, you know, if it's like a random, you can kind of, you know, alpha them a little bit with name power.
All right.
You can kind of like backseat game for them, tell them what to do, be the general.
All right, I like that.
If it's like a friend, if it's you, no, you just kind of have to let them fail on their own and tell them afterwards that they're an idiot.
Mock them until they never do it again.
Ceaselessly mock them.
All right. So
I don't
not
think
actually trying to correct the problem beforehand.
Also, don't actually do that. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Well, they're saving at the end of it. I want to see if they can make something out of this in the next round. So far, the defense is holding once they have the rifles here. 6-12. I don't mind the aggressive push to top banana, but I wonder if... I don't know. I wonder if maybe they could have...
They might have thought it was going to be some kind of a save, some kind of an eco, or maybe that they wouldn't have the Molotovs necessary to stop it because they had a bunch of SMGs on the T side. I think they were just trying to be fast-paced and aggressive. Here's that utility down banana that we see so much in professional CS. The deep smoke, the double Molotovs. No one there this time for NTI.
I wonder if they even, like I wonder if they even threw the smoke to put out the Molotov, or did they only put it halfway out or something? Because they sort of ran through it.
I think they might have just thrown it late.
Yeah, that could be it.
TVS with an AWP is hoping for some aggression. He'll have a chance if he peeks into this. There's that smoke. That is not a great one. It's not perfect by any means.
And you want to be very careful with throwing incorrect smokes. Especially if you yourself assume that it's there and you just go for a little peek. And then there's a gap, and I mean, TVS is holding it the whole time. He's not going to get anything for it this time. Some grenades being thrown in the pit, not doing that much damage. S1, though, on the other hand, is dropping very low behind that. They're right on that A corner, which is so uncommon that you can actually hang out here for such a long time on the T side. My Terran, I think he probably knows that close. Voltique goes down. Desper is next, and now he's alone inside of the bomb site with just an entire army in front of him down in the pit as well. They couldn't really help each other out, and that's I mean, it's a huge luxury to be able to be on that A corner for like 20 seconds straight. Normally, you're not going to be allowed.
I was going to say, that's the one thing that Paulie might want to look at when they review this tape at their next classroom session is you can't just let them sit there. You knew there were multiple players in lane for some time. Just throw a flashbang and double peek them. You have to force them away. You can't let them just have that map control for so long. Without any kind of resistance, without any kind of fight, and Nacho's just got to save this weapon.
Oh, might get a kill here on Logan. Oh, it just looked the other way, but Logan got his Corsair back in the right position. And that is going to be really unfortunate. Though a good round from that T side. It looks like he's all business here, TVS, doesn't he? I feel like he's
not messing around. He's like, you know, last year's MVP, coming back in, defending his medal, defending the championship trophy.
Logan's trying to take that away from him. Might even be some internal fight going on.
Logan's gone all Weapon X here, catching up to the top fragger.
Nova shotgun in play. Now, unlike dualies, the Nova is actually great.
Ooh, that is a very nice nade. Creeps and Logan just real injured. Those are two of the heavy hitters as well for NTI, so not bad utility usage. Paulie's actually done pretty well with that on the CT side. Some of the nades, some of the Molotovs they've used have done great damage. It's not resulting in as many round wins as you'd like to see, but, you know.
It's a start, right?
Can't always get what you want.
Was it, who were we watching? Was it, I'm trying to think, was it, I think it might have been some of the double nades that came out of Vitality were pretty good, weren't they?
Last night?
Yeah, they had some good usage there.
Yeah, they were doing very well. I think Boomich and Guardian took
that was an overpass.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
The real brunt of it.
My brain was trying to tell me there's something here, and I just couldn't really remember the rest of it, though. That is great. The headshot, the follow-up, and that was the utility damage on Logan as well. He was already sort of softened up from that. Nacho, oh, and Voltique, they don't even need Nacho at this point in time. That's a beautiful defense. The Goldfish stays safe in the B-bomb site.
Yeah, defending those Goldfish. That's very PETA of him. Those are some incredible shots. I mean, this one, the headshot, the follow-up. Yeah, you're right. Logan was cleaned up, but this right here, look at that sequence. What a turret. What a nice round from Voltic.
Flusher levels of CZ at 75 kills.
Yeah, why not? I didn't even look like there was any recoil. My CZ doesn't work like that.
Mine definitely doesn't. And as a result, I don't even buy it. And just
ignore that weapon entirely. It does not exist in your brain.
No. Just leave it alone. Oh, there's the Nova shotgun. That's some brotherly love right there. Shutting him down.
Yeah, he'll get him back later. They'll have a chat. Smoke coming out for mid. And that shotgun, it's going to be interesting to see how he puts it into play after this. You kind of have to either keep it in pit, put it up on the balcony, keep it close range. This is going to be dicey if they can get close to him and turn that corner or swing wide. Nice spray from Voltic with the M4.
He's coming into his own a bit now. Starting to get up on that scoreboard. That's a beautiful grenade. Timing to hit 2 of them. And I mean, without the armor, and if there's going to be one more grenade coming out. TVS, the only one with armor and a deagle. Actually, Creeps has armor as well, sorry, but still, hard to see how they can make their way through here.
Yeah, with no utility, you just have to hope for a mistake, someone to walk into the crosshair. Here's a chance, you'd imagine, but my Terran does not commit to the peak. One's in lane, they both miss. Despa's got the kill, but Creeps is coming up all along that wall. Double deagle on Rap side, and my Terran's gonna go for it. Has the information, or does he? They've jumped in towards CT spawn, and Voltic's ready and waiting. And you're right, he's picked up the pace, Voltic. Once he's gotten over to defense, he's had some very nice plays.
And they're gonna be finding him shortly. Voltic walking into the line of the deagle. It could be dangerous, but he's doing a fine job, and he's gonna be picking up a triple kill overall. Getting some praise from the coach, I think, there. Excited about the potential for a comeback.
As well he should. Positive reinforcement, just as important as negative reinforcement. Some would say more so.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what we're trying to accomplish here. I think I like a bit of both.
Okay. You need a little bit of a stern hand?
Yeah, I think, you know, can't just all be fun and games, you know, there's got to be some consequences. Win this game or you don't get to pass high school.
That would be pretty next level. Imagine getting failed from Counter-Strike class and not being able to pass.
You don't have the points. You're out.
That'd be so funny. Kind of, not really.
Well, there's going to be a smoke going up a little bit far forward. Means they could boost over it if they want to get really creative about it. Yeah, they will. That's a risk and a half right there. Despa will go down, and the boost not really working out, but Eke still taking down his brother again, and now it's a double kill for Eke, and a nice shot from my Terran. We'll leave it at 2-on-3 for Creeps and OJ.
Good recovery, though, from the defense. That Molotov in towards lane, the success of the opening kills was all towards NTI, but they couldn't pass the Molotov. This angle is so brutal. OJ, oh, and he turns away. Now it's just Voltic, and we said he's been playing so well on the CT side. They check it, they clear it, and actually now they have the chance to fall away with the bomb. They line up for him, and Voltic's got it.
That is some incredible timing. If he falls back inside of the bomb side, yeah, you're allowed to be happy at that point in time. That was well done. If he falls back inside the bomb side, they play it safe. There's such a big chance as well that they can start using grenades against him. They can, or they can just, you know, wrap around him or anything like that. So the aggression working out really well then. 13-9. He's up to 18 kills, tied with my Terran on his team, and not that far behind Logan and TVS. And speaking of which, rushing down and into the grenades. Again, the utility use is way off the charts here. Nacho get a little bit of action himself. That's a real shot down.
That's Nacho B bomb site.
Ooh.
I'm out.
That was your big contribution.
That's what I had today. I brought the gold.
Nacho getting the cheese now. Just
Nachos actually sound delicious.
Yeah, have we got you in the right mood?
Yeah, I'm into it now.
Some nachos. I think we can probably arrange that. I think that they have that at the mall probably.
Sure, our talent manager is tuning into this game.
Not necessarily known for their nachos, the Swedes, but yeah, let's give it a try. Ooh, that was obviously the sign, but I think Despa heard them and he sort of peeked into the flashbang anyway, so a little bit of miscoordination. Eke, though, is starting to really also come alive, and this defense is looking rock solid at the moment, in spite of some hiccups and shutting them down. Eke with a beautiful triple. The follow-up pistol headshots there. Really doing work.
That smoke towards small pit was mistimed. It actually came in after that op shot, and I think my Terran actually got 2 kills from that position, probably 1 towards wrap side, but if that smoke comes out, and it does get a little bit hectic, and this is sometimes the difficulty that you have to learn as a younger team is, sometimes you see the opportunity to speed things up, but you have to be able to, put those smokes in place at an opportune time to not take so much punishment. Obviously, it would have been great as a set piece, but this time it just doesn't work out because the fighting was so chaotic.
This time, unlike the previous 2 times, they don't want to run into any grenades at Banana. So they're waiting for the early ones to come through. Nacho's still going to hear them, and oh, he's going to stand his ground, and that's dangerous. The AK, though, he does do a lot, even sort of provoking a team kill in the middle of that. Voltic taking a fight out in the open, and yeah, they're probably not necessary. There's going to be a quick flank, and they should still be fine, but some dangerous choices being made, and they're not ready for that flank at all. Despa to take care of business. A little bit scary in that round.
Pauli's starting to really build up some momentum on this defensive side. They've been so great ever since we switched over. Starting to push down mid, get in all those flanks. They've had great holds. Double op setup now, Nacho and my Terran.
It's kind of working out the opposite of what we were thinking. Looks like the CT sides are a bit stronger. Creeps goes down to Nacho, who's had a sort of a rough game himself, but last couple of rounds looking a bit better.
Yeah, he was also, I think he was the one actually attacking when they were on the T side. He was attacking towards those A-hulls. And he didn't really have a whole lot of support. It was kind of him off on his own, and they did go towards the B-bomb site frequently. They always kind of fell back into that, so it felt like his part of the map didn't get a whole lot of love from the offensive calling.
A lot of silence across the map here. 4 at A, and leaving Nacho to spot this out. He posts down that smoke, and that's good, but the problem is they've already made their way past, and I don't think he realizes in time. Almost gets caught at the corner. He should be gone already, but the fact that he's alive, that grenade, oh, he falls back around the corner and right into it. That is a little bit unfortunate. Now, 40 seconds, a little bit of a defensive Molotov to try and buy time. They're going to put that up with the smoke immediately, and smoking off the coffins, and NTI, maybe with the chance to get a 14th round here. They've got the 4-on-4 and spray through not connecting.
And they need it. This battle's huge. TVS watching the flank, he spots the shoulder. Oh, he shot too early. There's utility here to defend against him, to force him away. That smoke will allow him to creep up, and Voltic ready and waiting. Ready and waiting to lead the way into this bomb site.
My Terran taking down Logan. TVS actually dropping him, and he knows someone's coming through the smoke. He can't see anything at all. Oh, this is a very uncomfortable fight happening over at Banana. It's taken so long as well. And Despa, he's going to be going for the kill at least, but simply running out of time. So TVS, not with the most kills in the round, but sort of buying time anyway. And that's going to be a round for NTI finally here on the T side.
Yeah, even the final player goes bomb, so we'll have to see what their money's going to be looking like, but that's a nice win, finally. It's taken them a minute to get to 14. That was quite a run from the defensive side.
It makes you worried for a potential reset that could more or less cost them the game here. Look at the money that's happening there on Pauli's side, whereas NTI have to invest absolutely everything into this round. I think they've settled on the idea of not going for that banana play early on and running into the grenades. They're just not happy about that. And if you're Nacho was holding a top banana there, right? That's, I mean, one missed timing there with them coming through the smoke is so lethal.
What if Nacho learns Portuguese and joins MEDIER to play with Taco?
Oh, that's a real future in that. What if we had a whole team and they were all just named around delicious food and
delicious Mexican food? Maybe
they get sponsorship.
We'd need to have enchilada.
That feels like a less likely name.
Burrito.
Burrito.
Voltic. Oh, he wants this. He's going to get a pop flash from a teammate. This could be perfect. He's done it again. What a great sequence. Even good damage on the creeps. And you could see he was looking for that the whole way. Nice communication over at that B-bomb site. That's Nacho and Voltic working together very well.
That's such a lineup, taking an aggressive position in the apartments, and you can see everything about them not ready for that peak at all. Just kind of scrambling to get back to the bomb side, obviously thinking they had the timing perfectly. He's already got the double, and he's not going to get more than that. Creeps will take him down. Bomb being planted, and Eke is being read by TBS. He was so ready for that to happen. Eke probably could have won the round right then and there if he just goes through to get the kill, even if he gets traded afterwards. But now instead, I don't know, it's tricky. MEDIER has a flashbang. Doesn't look like he wants to use it right now. Nacho going down, and MEDIER not going to be able to do it. It's TBS instead with the save, and that's going to bring it close now. 15 rounds. I just have to say,
yeah,
if somebody did have the name Burrito, it'd be so hard to cast that.
You think so?
I just think it'd be too funny, you know.
Okay, I got you.
I don't know why burritos are funnier than nachos or tacos.
I don't think burritos that funny. I think enchiladas the worst of them all.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Chimichanga, that'd be cool.
I like the idea. It's a good theme.
I hope
that'll happen.
I hope Paulie goes back and looks at that retake scenario, because they had all three players around that A bomb site and just like a little bit too much speed through that smoke, and also even down into the 2-on-2. You could have waited for that smoke to clear and have an easier time. Oh, that's an awesome 2-for-1.
Yeah.
He's taken down a teammate and Nacho.
Whatever it takes. Just get out my way. 3-5, or 3 versus 4 here.
What is Logan gonna do up middle? He's got 1 smoke and a Molotov. He could actually throw a pretty decent fake. There's a lot of utility coming up mid, but I think with just 1 player at this B bomb site, there's no way Voltic leaves it. Low HP, but he's called upon again. Immediate headshot, he can't get the follow-up. That's not bad, all things considered. But this is looking like NTI is gonna take this first map.
A retake, especially with the AWP, going to be very, very tricky.
No kits.
And no kits either, you're right. They have taken a long time. Oh no, that's a big kill. MEDIER and to follow it up. The smoke faded just as that was happening. S1 gonna have to try and save them now. It's brother versus brother here to try and clutch it. And oh, S1 getting shot in the back. Eke nearly doing it. The grenade trying to chase him around the corner. It almost catches him, but now that defuse kit is gonna be a huge problem. Oh dear. He's running out of time very swiftly, just trying to smoke it off and see if he can buy some time from one side. He gets the kill, but I'm not sure he's going to have enough time. It's going to be right on the edge. He's holding it down, and maybe he just has it in the last second here.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh, that is very scary. Yeah, he's done it. That is a huge win there. Eke to come out on top and saving Inferno for his team.
Yeah, he saves the map. That is a high pressure. That's bragging rights in the house. Do you think they have like a brotherly bet? Like, if I win, you have to do all my chores for a week?
That would be the...
Like, you have to take out the... I know it's my week to take out the trash, but it's actually your week to take out the trash?
Now, if the parents are smart, that's what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Play them out against each other, make sure you get something out of it.
Well, you probably know this as a father. It's like the most exciting time of your life is when you get to actually make your son do the yard work. Teach him some discipline, teach him some hard work.
That's very important. I absolutely agree. Walter, when you're hearing this in the future, blame Uncle Moses.
He's the one with all the horrible ideas. Well, MAC-10 Rush has worked just as well for NTI as it does for Vega Squadron. Nacho gonna lead the way in the retake and all. They could never get into post-plant positions. That's the same thing that happened in the previous map. Or the previous round, excuse me, is they got the bomb down eventually, but everyone was kind of stuck out in the open. No one was in any kind of safety, so Paulie, again, able to have a solid retake.
15-14, and just like the last round where they were planning, it's just the smoke was fading. This is one of those rounds, I think, where you can expect sort of more and more mistakes to start to come out. This is where the pressure mounts. I mean, one of the things I think that you actually do learn playing Counter-Strike is getting a feel for even sort of your own mentality in these situations, right? Like
this is where you really have to learn, and it comes, you're right, with experience of like you have to slow the game down. And I think everyone at this stage, 15-14, especially on a big stage in front of an audience, like you start to feel like the game is just moving so much faster than you're really prepared to process. Voltic, jumping over the bullets.
Definitely not risk-free, but could be a cool position to be in soon. NTI just a good round here to prevent overtime. Paulie obviously going to be super excited if they can get there. TVS is down there with the AWP, and he's been so good with it, I'd say. Just probably try and leave him alone as much as you can. Jump here even isn't. Oh, he's so close to doing it. It's very risky. TVS now moving into position.
Oh my God, I can't believe the timing. He missed all the jumps. He missed all the information when he's clearing corners. That's unfortunate. Still would have been a tough shot to hit. 45 seconds left in this final round. Either NTI takes Inferno or we go to overtime. And if you're Paulie, you don't want to gamble at all. Nacho's just used his last smoke. He's got one flashbang, and he's going to step in front of the flames. Oh, and he's dropped through the smoke.
That's a big kill. Voltic now alone here with the M4. Will take down S1. He's so prepared for more to come, but he's got no more bullets left. And I think Eke at least got one for the smoke, but they're going to go for a really quick bomb plant this time. 18 seconds on the clock, and it's a 3-on-3. Another retake and another really hard fight here for Paulie to try and extend this and get this into overtime, which they desperately need. Creep's going to be holding for the flank, and did he see it? I think he did, but he misses the spray just a bit, and Desper will take him down. And now it's Logan and TVS here. AK and the AWP, that smoke is going to be really annoying. MEDIER on the other side to pick up Logan, and it's still a 1-on-2, and they're running out of time. Good kill for TVS. They do have a kit on MEDIER. Oh, and I think he may have just got it. That is unbelievably close. 27 kills on him, and they'll bring it to overtime. I mean, that's like 3 rounds in a row where they had to try and do that retake.
Yeah, then they were all retakes as well to force that overtime, and that was after a botched retake towards the A bomb site. So I mean, obviously some conversation, but whatever it was, they cleaned up those scenarios. That is not bad at all. Impressive comeback from Paulie. Couple clutches mixed in as well.
And now, I mean, we talked about the pressure earlier, but now this is where people really start to make mistakes, right? I don't know, I think maybe not so much in the current generation, but certainly not that long ago. I think a lot of people were wondering, well, what do you even get out of playing Counter-Strike apart from the sort of the raw entertainment of it? But I actually think just sort of learning to play in a team and any leadership skills anyone is going to have on either of these teams to, as you said, slow the game down, calm everybody down, that is going to be really valuable. And hopefully there's someone like that. TVS taking down Voltic. That's a brutal way to go.
That's a nice lineup. Yeah, I agree with you entirely. Yeah, I mean, the teamwork, learning how to overcome obstacles, it's all the intangible things.
Dealing with your own nerves, even, like, just figuring that part out can be kind of tricky.
Listen, I got a scholarship and an internship based off Counter-Strike, so those are a little bit more tangible. That was in 2003.
Paved the way for everybody else now.
All those millionaires. Good for them.
Yeah, well, I mean, that whole part of the American scene is actually growing a lot now. The scholarship part, and that's super exciting. I'm keeping an eye on it, ever so slowly. Desper and Eke over at the A-bomb side. Actually, they got a third man here in Nacho, so could be a good defense. Desper's also been playing quite well with the M4. It's finally getting a chance there. It will get traded, but did a lot of damage to Logan. And down in the pit, Eke's positioned himself out of the range of the Molotov, but still S1 is going to be able to run him down, and Nacho just can't stand up to that one. It's going to be MEDIER 1 versus 3. That's a low percentage round to be winning for him.
Yeah, but you almost feel like he's just going to go for it because the money is so high, but maybe not. And you can't blame him. Doesn't matter a whole lot if he went for it or not. Like you said, there was a very small chance he'd be able to win that. So it'll be 16 rounds for NTI, and they're probably a little bit upset that it took them, that they got this round now, right when overtime begins, rather than one of the 3 at the end of regulation.
I think especially the one with the smoke, and the bomb not being planted or barely being planted, but then that 1 versus 1 was probably the one where they think that could have just been the game right then and there, or at least the map. So they win the first round in overtime, NTI.
What's homework like for Counter-Strike class, do you think? Do you guys have homework in this part of the world?
We've got homework, yeah.
Okay.
I'm never sure why. I doubt if anyone ever learns anything from actually doing homework.
Don't say that. There's a lot of parents listening that are probably not pleased with you at the moment.
Well, you know what?
Teachers as well.
I think I'm just saying there were better ways of doing it. Learn stuff in school. I think it's much better. It's my opinion.
Listen,
yeah.
I wish I had the excuse growing up to say, like, playing Counter-Strike, and your mom or dad is like, haven't you played that enough today? And you're like, yeah, but I'm working on a project or something, school project.
Teacher says I've got to play more Counter-Strike. I mean, I expected, if it were up to me, certainly something like sort of watching demos, even of your own game, right? That would be a huge way to improve. That might be the #1 way right off the bat, just to see what kind of mistakes you've been making. Voltic going to be beating TVS this time. That must feel good. That previous round he got shut down for the smoke, and this time he's going to come out on top. Oh, an S1. That angle and that patience.
Well, he's got to assume one's in pit. It's Despa that he doesn't know about, and Despa who's lying in wait. But that's all been just a bit of pressure, a bit of a fake from S1 being applied. 4 on 4, and Pauli's not quite sure what's coming. You can see Nacho has rotated in towards CT spawn. Again, a little bit of a botched smoke. There's going to be a gap in that, and we've seen that a few times from both of these teams. But they are eventually going to come hit this A bomb site. Smoke towards small pit. That'll prevent Nacho from getting involved in the action, but they still have to take out Eka and pit. And he's lined up all the way along the wall. Despa hasn't peeked yet. He's got so many options, he can only get the one. That came a little bit late, but look at the flank. Nacho, if they're not covering for it. Oh, and smart play from OJ to plant inside the bomb site instead of that default spot.
I wonder if Logan has him spotted. Nacho certainly knows, but I'm not sure if Logan didn't also see it. No grenades here to force him out. This is a really big problem. He's moved closer, and yeah, it's going to be the instant peek. He definitely knew. Well done on Logan. Nice triple for him. And another round being picked up here by NTI. Looking quite good in overtime.
Looking very good in overtime. They've buttoned it back down, and I think that had to have been, you know, down the stretch in regulation, you do start to feel a little bit of pressure, but once you start overtime, it's like you get to start back a little bit where it's not an immediate, you know, win or loss on a round win. Some of that pressure dissipates a little bit. And they're obviously, they've slowed things down. They're much more calculated here. That's unfortunate. Nice shot from my Terran. As Creeps goes for the immediate wide swing.
And they fall back behind it a bit. Happy to not be aggressive now that they've got a bit of a lead. Jesper still holding this corner, and we've seen in the past how he's tried to throw some pop flashes here. You can sort of do some decent underhand throws. At the pro level, one of the things that's scary about doing that is that if they're sort of close, they'll hear that pin, right? And,
yes.
And suddenly things don't work out so well.
Well, Pauli desperately need this final round. They need something in overtime. They have every chance in the world. S1 is very, very low. An easy kill for Despa, so a 2-man advantage for the defense, and that's the leadership gone. And when does NTI start to pull the trigger? They're starting to creep up towards lane. My Terran might be exposed from another angle. Yeah, there we go. No one spotting for that. That'll be frustrating. They know Despa's in Hull. Good Molotov to slow things down, and actually Logan on the other side of things, he's gonna find Nacho back into a 3-on-3 so quickly. The defense is crumbling.
Voltic, what a turnaround. He could have got that kill, and that would have been everything they wanted. Now 19 seconds here. Logan is going to be able to get the bomb plant without any interruption, but he's got 7 health left. And Eke's got 100. Now with the AK-47, maybe it doesn't matter. Only needs 1 good headshot for a quad kill and a clutch here. And he's got the right idea. He's got the lineup currently. Eke walking around the corner. Logan, he just might do it, and there it is. That's a beautiful way to win the round. What a clutch.
It felt like he was just about to move out of that position, and then he saw the gun barrel. So fair play. Huge clutch, an immediate first bullet headshot as well with the low HP. That is well done. I am amazed that they turned this around. That was an incredible recovery for NTI in these positions, and that'll be frustrating if you're Pauli.
Yeah, now things are looking a bit rough here. Second half of overtime going to be coming up, and they just need 1 round. So, definitely all the pressure back on Pauli, who would otherwise done a great job bringing it into overtime and winning those last rounds, even though I think all of them were bomb plants, and they sort of had to do some pretty crazy retakes. NTI, one more round is what they need, at least to win Inferno. 30 kills on Logan and TVS both. That's a pretty great performance here.
Here we go. Pop flash from Voltic. They're going to get real aggressive. We saw this in regulation. They might have found the perfect timing as well. This is the only defender at this bomb site. Logan's trying to rotate back desperately, and he does just in time to save him, and a double kill from Pitt. Almost adding a third onto it, but there's the USP Logan, and he's got all three to end it. The map is over. 19-15, and that is heartbreaking fashion for Pauli. They felt like they were right on the edge of turning that round. But a good recovery at the end for NTI.
Ooh, that was the star play coming out. They looked a little bit shocked there on the Pauli side, but that was a fantastic way to finish it. We just had the clutch in the previous round, and then here we go. That was more than we could have even hoped for.
Yeah, I really that was pretty cool. I mean, I liked the comeback a lot. I liked the big. At the end, Pauli, actually, I'm thinking of those retakes. I thought that was really nice to see them kind of recover and actually have a set plan and actually succeed with some of those retakes. But either way, that's a nice first map to get us started on. Overtime victory for NTI. These championships are going to continue after the break, so stay with us. We'll be right back.